Hey everyone, it's Hiedi Scott with DiyDreaming. Happy Monday to you, or whatever day of the week it might be if you're watching this on replay. On this video, I'm going to talk about what I like to do after Christmas is over in terms of decorating, and I'm going to show you a few ideas today, and then we'll do a couple more tomorrow. So, as you're hopping on, say hi, let me know where you're watching from, let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to sprinkle, you know, all that normal good stuff. Just looking for myself here. Here we go. So I have 3 ideas to show you today, and then probably 5 more tomorrow. Okay, the first one I'm going to show you is how you can make some really cute after Christmas, still winter placemats. Then we're going to talk about banners, and I have a super cute one to show you. And then we're going to talk about candle garters. Okay, so let me set this aside while we're working on the other thing. And let me just pin the link to the stuff I'm going to be using. Okay, I'm having a hard time. Okay, I give up on that. If you want a link to any of this snowflake stuff, or the ink, or the chalk paste, just let me know, and I'll be glad to get that for you. Okay, so, I don't know if you're like me, but after a few days after Christmas, I'm starting to get tired of all the everything everywhere in the house, and I start to slowly take all my Christmas down. And as soon as I do that, the house looks so empty, so hard, so cold after all the warmth of Christmas. So there's a few places that you can add some decor back in before you jump right into the next holiday, which is Valentine's. I don't usually go straight into Valentine's Day decorating right after Christmas. I do Christmas, then I do winter, and then towards the very end of January and early February, I do just a few little touches of Valentine's and love theme. Okay, and my decor is pretty neutral, so any of these ideas I'm going to show you, you can of course do them in your style, in your colors, you know, in whatever would work in your decor. All right, so the first area that looks really empty to me after Christmas is the kitchen table. And so we're going to be using some of these burlap placemats that came from Walmart. They're about, I don't know, $1.25 a piece, and they come in a set of 4. They're pretty nice. They're super easy to work with. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a snowflake in one corner and a snowflake in the other corner. So let me hold this up so you can see. This is basically what that's going to look like. Of course, you can do light blue. You could do silver. Ooh, I didn't even think about that. I have a silver ink. Let me pull that out. Let's play with that for the next one that we're going to do. Let's see, where is it? I love how I figure things out as I'm in the middle. Anyways, I did this one before I went live, and I just used the Magnolia stencils that are snowflakes. They're back in stock, and I love these. I've used them so much. And then I used white ink from Magnolia. When they're completely dry, I will heat set these on this placemat. Not because I'm going to ever wash it. If you put one of these placemats, these burlap placemats in the washing machine, you'll have just a whole pile of threads. It's not going to stay together. So I'm not going to wash it, but I don't want somebody to have their sleeve be on it and maybe get a little wet or something, and then have something come off on the table underneath or the person's clothing. So just to be safe, I'm going to heat set it with a hot iron, probably later tonight, because this has had a few hours to dry. So let me show you how we did it. Oh my gosh, and I have the cutest banner in the whole darn world. Where am I? To show you in just a minute too. Okay, so let's take this one. When you're working with burlap, it's a pretty loose weave. So you're definitely going to want to have something underneath it to prevent the chalk paste or ink or whatever you're using from going all the way through. And also when you're working with burlap, you kind of have to move quick. And at the very end, you're really going to push your chalk through the holes on your stencil, because sometimes it'll get stuck in the holes on the stencil and want to pull up that way. It's just something weird about burlap. So I just put two paper napkins in either corner. And let's do, and my stencils have been used so much. I'm just trying to see which one I did last time, that I'm not going to fuzz them. But if they were brand new, I would use my fuzzing cloth or my shirt or my jeans or something a couple of times before I put it on burlap. Okay, so I'm just going to lay my stencil down. Can you guys see that? And we'll grab, should we do the silver? I think let's try it. What the heck? I can always go back over the top of it with white if I don't like it. So let me get a couple squeegees. My theme for after Christmas is usually sort of a lot of neutral, like this tan color, creams and whites, and then snow. And last year, one of my favorite projects that I did right after winter was I went out in my backyard. We have like pine trees in the back of our yard. And so I picked up pine cones. I had a Facebook Live last year where I showed you how to bake all the critters out of them. And then I showed you how to use kosher salt to make the most beautiful arrangement. We even did some little pine needle things that had fallen off my tree. So I'll probably show you that again, that actual video, more about the time that Christmas is over. But I just like more of after all the bright colors and stuff of Christmas, which this year I went pretty neutral, but normally I have, brighter. I like to go pretty neutral with my colors just right after Christmas. And then I'll be ready to throw in a little red and some love for Valentine's Day. Okay, so I just did this. I'm not sure how this is going to turn out. If it'll be, ooh, this is pretty. Oh my gosh, it almost looks three-dimensional. Let me lift it up and show you, and then we'll do the other corner. Ooh, I like it. So Magnolia has this silver, sparkling silver, I'll have to look to see what it's called, ink. And they also have a gold called glittering gold. So I don't know if I have that color yet, but it would be pretty. I'm just looking to see which ones. Okay, so we're gonna do this one in the other corner, still in the silver. Let me move this so you guys can see. Ooh, I love this. Maybe I'll add some silver touches to the other ones that I've done already, and they'll have a combination of silver and white. I don't know. Anyways, so this is about a $5 project for 4 placemats made out of burlap. You, of course, could just go to the fabric store and buy some burlap and make them yourself, but they're so super affordable at Hobby Lobby that it's probably more economical to buy the ones that are pre-made than to, have to deal with doing all of that yourself. Okay, so I'm just pushing my ink through my stencil right here, and I'm going to pull it off and see how it looks. I really like that. I do see an area where, let me see if I can show you, where my stencil is pulling up the chalk or the ink, like it's stuck in here. So I just need to push it a little bit harder. And I will tell you guys that when you're cleaning your stencils after you've used ink and it's been on burlap, you're gonna have a lot of fibers on the back of your stencil. So what I recommend that you do is that you put your stencils in a tub of water or a sink filled with water and let it soak for a good 20 minutes, cool water, and then spray off the front of them and wipe off whatever ink is still on it. And then gently use your fingers to push away the fibers that will be on the back of your stencil that come from the burlap. And just do that gently. You'll be able to feel them, and they'll just push right away, and then your stencil will be as good as new. So here's the silver. Let me see if I can get a hold of it. That's one corner, and this is the other. And I think I will come back and add some little white touches here and there. So look for me to share that with you in the very, like in tonight maybe even, not by a video, but I'll probably take pictures and share that with you tonight. Okay, so then the next thing I want to show you is this idea of making banners. And you guys know that this year, for my Christmas decorating, I used a ton of these little snowflake wood cutouts that come from Dollar Tree. So I had some pieces for a burlap banner just hanging out, and I wanted to use that. So here's the start of it. And we're gonna continue working on it. Let me show you what I've got here. So here's one of those. This is a different shape, but it's one of those wood cutouts. Here's one that I stenciled with white ink. Here's another cutout. Here's one that I stenciled with white ink. And here's another cutout. And in between each little pennant of this banner, I put 3 white beads that I just happen to have. But you could do that however you want. You don't even have to have the beads if you don't want them. So I'm gonna just move these on down, and I'll show you how I attached it, and then we'll actually stencil one of these little banners. Okay, so right after this, I would be gluing another one of these little pennants. I did this one before we came live so it would have time to dry. I won't heat set these because they aren't going to get handled or touched or bumped into much. Unlike the placemats, I don't think that you have to heat set them for this. And I'm just going to use a little hot glue to get this started on here. With my glue gun to push this down. This banner is turning out super cute. So, Magnolia has the cutest set of snowflakes, and I've used them on a ton of different projects. Mine look terrible because I've used them so much, as a matter of fact. There's, I don't know, oh, here's another one. 6 or 7 or maybe 8 of them on the stencil, and I just cut mine apart into smaller pieces. So I think using that theme of snowflakes and neutral colors is a good transition from, you know, all the busyness of Christmas to a more calm look for winter. Okay, so now here's another piece of this little banner, and I'm just going to take another one of my little snowflakes, and I'm going to put some glue on it in a couple places. Stick that on there. Then I'm going to flip it over and put glue on the ends of my little snowflakes. I really got my money's worth out of the about $4 worth of snowflake wood cutouts that I got at Dollar Tree this year. Okay, let's glue this one on, and then I'll show you how we stencil one of these. And I did want to mention to you guys, if you end up doing a project like this, I would really love to see how you do it in your style for your decor for, you know, your house. So if you're part of the crafting group that we have that's called Dreamy DIY, please share your pictures there. I'd love to see what you're doing. And if you're not a member of Dreamy DIY yet, it's a free group that I set up, I don't know, a year ago maybe, for people to share pictures of the crafts that they're doing. And it's another way for you to get even more ideas from other crafters, and not just from me. So, and I know of course you follow other crafters too, but anyways, I'd love to have you look for that group. It's Dreamy DIY, and ask to be added, and we'll say yes, and then share pictures there. So let me show you what this looks like so far. I'll put this, well, my mantle's filled with stockings right now, but I'll put it somewhere. I'll figure out some way to show it to you so that you can see the whole thing. It's super cute. It's very neutral. It just says winter. And I live in Georgia, and we don't get snow very often. So I like to use the snowflake, and winter and snow as my theme right now, because I know that we probably won't have any that's real. Okay, to do this piece, I'm going to put another piece of paper towel underneath it, and just choose one of these snowflakes. Let's do that one. Wait, do I have that one already? Yes, I do. Do I have this one? Let's do this one, because I don't have it yet. And I'm just going to stick it on here. These Snowflake Stencils are mesh, they're adhesive, they're reusable lots of times. And they're super easy to work with. They were out of stock for about 2 weeks, and people were like, when are they coming back? So I was so surprised earlier, towards the end of last week, when all of a sudden they were back in stock. So if you think you're wanting some of these, I wouldn't wait too long. Same deal with the Christmas minis. If you were wanting those are back, and I wouldn't wait too long to grab those. Okay, so this is what it looks like. And let's take a peek and see. Looks great. So I will let that dry. I'll put one more of the snowflakes on one of these, and I'll finish up my banner, and I'll take pictures and share that with you later tonight in this post, and also just separately on DIY Dreaming. Okay, so the twine that I use to create this banner is this stuff that I'm always showing you guys. It's my third container of it. It's from Walmart. It's called Natural Polished Hemp. You get it in the craft section, specifically at my store. It's with all the beads and the jewelry making stuff. And my Walmart has stuff on the wall, and then they have some low shelves with little packages of beads and stuff, and that is where I found it, because I've had lots of you guys say you can't find it at your Walmart. So anyways, why I love this stuff is because it's polished, and that makes it so super easy to get it through the holes on beads. These are big holes on these, but even through something that has smaller holes, it doesn't get all frayed up, and it's easy to thread your beads onto it. So I definitely recommend this kind, and I love the look of it. Okay, now I want to show you this idea of doing candle garters, which is something that I did a whole video on it, and I might look for that and reshare it because it was a good one. We did all kinds of things. I'm just looking in my shelves to see what I have that I could show you. Let me grab one thing right here. This is just one that I have sitting here in the craft room that we made, and we made this at about Easter time because I was doing this theme of this orange and white fabric and carrots. And so this is just a little band of ribbon hot glued around the tummy of this battery operated candle, and you can pull it off and switch it out all year long. They're super duper easy to do, super affordable. And this is one that I actually have sitting in my family room right now. And it had this neutral color with white ribbon on it, and I just hot glued one of my little wood cutout snowflakes, and then I added a button, a vintage mother of pearl button in the center, and then this is how it's sitting in my family room. We're gonna actually make one also. Okay, so this is in my family room also, and I have a pair of these. They're sitting by on the little credenza thing that is by my husband's chair where he piles all his junk up, all his papers and newspapers and, oh my word. Anyways, so this was my very neutral look. It's 2 layers of ribbon. One is this burlap, this wired burlap, and the other is this real pretty thing that has, I think it just says things like dawn, sunset, soft, warm April rain, sunrise. It has a bunch of words and stuff like that, okay? And this is just the super neutral. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna just slide my candle garter right off. And where did I put my fabric? Oh, okay. And I'm gonna use this, a piece of this. All right. So let me see, which way do I need to cut it to have it go all the way around? This way will work. And ideally, I would like to have 2 so that I can do both candles with the same thing. This is just some fabric that I happen to have on hand, and I'm doing what I am always telling you guys to do. I'm using what I have whenever possible, okay? I really wish I could find my pinking shears. I need to remember to go get some new ones. But so I'm gonna cut this little edge off here because I don't have them handy. And I think it would look funny to have one edge. So the banner is going to go on the fireplace, and it's sort of replacing the stockings and whatever else you might have had up there. And then you can add some candles that you can make garters for, again with the snowflake idea. And then you can put some stuff on your kitchen table, and you could do candles again with this idea, or you could make a table runner using burlap and doing this idea of stenciling it. Just get this cut so my idea is just, boy, I did a terrible job on that. Oh well. To use the piece of fabric. I'm gonna hot glue the back of it together. It won't be, it's not permanent on this candle. I'll remove it when I'm ready to do something different. That's the beauty of using candle garters. You don't have to have a ton of different expensive candles. You just are starting with some battery operated cream colored, or you could use battery operated white or whatever you like. Okay, and then my thought was just to add a couple of these. So let's hot glue that on the center, and I'll show you what that looks like. You could also, oh, I need another piece of glue. Well, maybe this will work. You could also stain these little wood pieces if you wanted them not to be this really neutral look. So what do you guys think? Wouldn't that be pretty? These are my colors, all these blues and that kind of thing. So you could use any kind of fabric, anything you like, and you're just gonna cut a band. It doesn't have to be this thick. It could be, you know, like this one, or a thinner one. Or it could be ribbon. It's totally up to you. And then I just added this in the center. I could add a vintage button. I could add some bling on there. I could even go super crazy and put a smaller one of these little snowflakes in the center of that. Let me see what that looks like. No, it's pretty decorative already. So that is a super easy idea. So those are three quick and easy ways to decorate for winter after Christmas and before Valentine's Day. The last thing I want to show you is that you can still make signs and stuff for your house. This is a super cute stencil, also from Magnolia, and I'll go back and drop some links since I wasn't able to do pin a link when I was getting this video started. But anyways, this says Snowflakes are kisses from heaven, and it has more of those cute snowflakes. It's done in chalk paste. So as soon as I'm ready to switch over and do a few touches to my decor, which is pretty neutral, so I just have little touches here and there. For Valentine's Day, I'll just wash this off with a paper towel, and I'll be able to re-stencil it with something. And Magnolia has some really cute Valentine's Day stencils coming in the very near future. So there's lots of fun stuff that's coming up. I'm going to show you tomorrow how you can make a banner using another banner using this is a old Reader's Digest pages. So it's practically free. And then I'm going to show you something that I have done for a really long time in my house. I've just always done it. I don't know why, but I always have a glass kind of hurricane thing sitting on the center island in my kitchen, and I swap out the stuff, the fluff in it is what I call, for pretty much every season throughout the whole year. So I'll show you that. And I'll show you what I would do. I would either do rock salt or some of that fake snow and a candle. But I'll show you that and tell you some of the other ideas of what I do throughout the year. Because I do all kinds of strange things like split peas for spring because I love that green. Rocks. Oh gosh. I've done all kinds of different things in it. So anyways, I just want to share some super affordable, really quick and easy ways to give your home some charm and some interest after it's bare when you take your Christmas decor down. So hope you enjoyed. Stop the... Okay, I didn't understand what that comment was. Anyways, I I'm gonna hop off now and I'll read all of your comments. I'll drop some links for the snowflakes, and the snowflakes are Kisses from Heaven and the ink in the comments. And then if you guys have questions, let me know. Feel free to sprinkle. And I hope you'll join me tomorrow for part 2 of decorating your house for winter after Christmas. All right, see you later. Thanks.